Hello friends. Student, we came with another video. That is the last video for this sum. That is the second part of this video, the adjustment. On last video we had some posted the sum number 2 of textbook page number 27-28. We had marked this item, we had posted these items in trading account, profit and loss account, partners capital account, and the balance sheet. Now we are doing, that is we are solving the adjustment. That is we are going to write it, we are going to post it. Adjustments is basically those journal entries which are never post anywhere, so we are going to post it on the final account sum. Every adjustment has two effect. Now we are going to read the one by one adjustment and we are going to write it. Adjustment number first, the stock on hand was valued at rupees 58,000 on 31st March 2019. The stock was valued at 58 on 31st March. This is the last date of our sum, means our accounting year, means this stock is known as a closing stock. As in fixed items, we already written this by closing stock. Stock means goods. Goods are made up in a factory, and we had a factory account named as trading account. So as trading account, goods which are produced but not sold are stored in the factory itself. So by account we are going to out it, that is we are going to credit. Goods is a real account, credit what goes out, and on the next year we are going to post it again over here, that is opening stock. Now this year we are going to write it over here directly to the outer column, that is rupees 58,000. This is the first effect. Second effect, we are going to sold these goods, so we get the cash, that is the payment from these goods, so it is benefited to our business. The second effect is 58,000 balance sheet assets. These adjustments will give you 1 mark, and this is the compulsory adjustment on every final account closing stock. First effect is trading account credit side, and second effect is balance sheet asset side closing stock. Now adjustment number second, outstanding expenses, royalties rupees 1500 and wages rupees 800. Royalties rupees 1500, this is royalties, this is wages. Outstanding means what? The expenses which is due but it is not paid. So we are going to paying these expenses in a future. When we pay these expenses in a future, our expenses total, that is the actual expenses, will increases. So we are going to add it, add outstanding. In some old books it is written as outstanding royalties. You can only write outstanding, it is also appropriate. 1500 in outer column, 3500. For wages, add outstanding. Instead of writing symbol of add, you can also write the letter add, ADD is equal to outstanding, as per your requirement or as per your thinking. 3000 already has an 800 amount given, that is the wages 800. Total 3800. Expenses is due but it is not paid. Whenever we going to pay, our expenses total, that is actual total, will increases. 3800, 3500. This is the first effect. This expenses is not actually paid, hence it is on due on us, so it is the became liability for us. So we are going to post the second effect. Balance sheet liability side, we had two items, so we are going to merge it. Outstanding expenses. Now we are merging these items. First is wages. You can write by any order, it is not written in these books as what order you are going to take. wages 800, royalties 1500. Every time we are going to write the second defect amount is known as the adjustable amount, the amount which is adjusted in that account. We are not going to write the total, we are going to write the adjusted amount. 1500 plus 800, 1000, 2300. Third adjustment, salaries paid in advance. This is the reversal, that is the mirror effect adjustment. Outstanding means expenses is due, and advance means expenses is prepaid, means expenses which is already paid in advance, and we are going to salary rupees 2000, we are going to deduct from the salary, because the expenses which is due we are added, and the expenses which is already paid are going to be deducted. Prepaid, in many books it is written as prepaid salaries, you can write prepaid only, it is also appropriate. Prepaid 2000. As on the outstanding adjustment, these expenses become liability for us because it is not paid, they became loan for us, but this expenses is already paid, so this for prepaid the adjustment will got second effect in the assets. We are going to write both the words, that is prepaid salaries. Prepaid salaries is 2000. Again we are written the adjustable amount, not the total, the amount which is adjusted by us, means which is deducted by us in these books. Create provision for bad debts, adjustment number 4, rupees 1000, and reserve for doubtful debt 3% on sundry debtors. They had already given on sundry debtors. Create provision for bad debts. At sundry debtors we had already left the 3 lines for 2 adjustments. Bad debts means what? The person, that is the customer who had not paid the amount, that is who had amount which is not paid to us, means अमाउंट उसने जो हमारा डुबा दिया है, जो नहीं दिया, यहाँ पर हम लोग लिखेंगे लेस, उसके पहले में 40,000 आने वाला था, द एक्चुअल अमाउंट विच इज़ गोइंग टू रिसीवेबल बाय अस, but the bad debt happened, means amount is not given by customer, so amount is going to be reduced. We are going to write it as new bad debts 1000 deducted from 40,000, remaining amount is 39,000. 3% will be the reserve for doubtful debt, that is RDD. Now we are going to write less new RDD 5%. RDD means what? Reserve for doubtful debt, means the amount which is kept reserve, which is doubtful debt, means amount ऐसा पैसा जो आपका फ्यूचर में डूबने वाला है, द अमाउंट विच इज गोइंग टू बी डेप्ट on the future period. So we are thinking that this amount is not going to come in our business, this amount is already going to be minus, means this amount is not coming, hence it is reduced from this business. This is 3%. Now we are going to make the 3% of 39,000. There are many easy steps of 39,000 into 3 divided by 100 is the original step, as 3% is 1170. You can calculate it by any method. 39,000 into 3 divided by 100, you will get the answer. There are many more easy methods, but we are not going to explain in this video. We are going to make it explain in another video. Now we are going to minus this figure, 37,000 830. Now this is the first effect of this adjustment. We are going to write the second effect. We had already written this formula in profit and loss account, that is bad debts formula. The amount which is deducted from debtors is permanent loss for us, and the new RDD is also became loss in future, so we treat both them as a loss, and we are going to loss in the profit and loss account. Debit side, this is nominal account, so debit all expenses and losses. We had already written new bad debts. New bad debts is 1000. New RDD is 170. Now again the total 400 plus 1000, 1400, 2400, 2570, 2570, 2570. Now we will going to minus this old RDD as by formula, and the actual amount for outer column is 1570. Adjustment is over. Last adjustment, depreciate land and building by 5% and furniture by 10%. Depreciation means what? When we are using the assets by here and tear, it loses its value, is known as depreciation. As last year we had the full topic on it. Depreciation is going to be reduced on by fixed assets, less on land and building. We had 5%, furniture had 10%. 5% and depreciation. I had little less space over here. You are going to write the full spelling of depreciation. 3000 for 37,800. We are going to deduct 5%, the value which is loses by these assets, that is land and building. 37,800, 3,780 is 10%. 1,500, 1,890. You get done also with the same percentage manner into 5 divided by 100. You will get this figure. 37 minus 1, 36. 36, 35,910. For furniture it is 10%, so only 1 0 we are going to remove it, and we will find 10% of any figure, that is 1,725. Now minus 16, 15,000, so 50 has gone from 725, 525, 475, 475, 15,525. You can find this by deducting this figure. This is the first effect. We have losses. We had less the figures, that is deducted figures from fixed assets. Whenever we lose the value from fixed asset, it is the permanent loss for us. So loss we are going to write the in profit and loss account, debit side. Now we had two items, so we are going to merge it to depreciation account. First is land and building, second is furniture. On land and building we found 1,890, 1,890. On furniture we found 1,725, 1,725. Now we are going to plus it. 2,000, 3,500, 3,590, 3,650. You will find it by adding these numbers. Now we are going to totaling the sum. You are going to total both the sides of this sum. the bigger side we are going to write in the both of these columns, that we know, and that is known as the tallying the sum, that is tallying this account. This is 1,18,000 plus 58,000, 1,10,000 plus 50, 1,60,000, 8 at 16, 1,76,000, 1,76,000. This is the bigger figure we have found, 1,76,000. Now this side 60 plus 40, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh plus 5, 8, 13, 1 lakh 13,000, 1 lakh 16,000, 1 lakh 16, 1 lakh 20,000, 1 lakh 23, 23, 24,000, 24,820, 1 lakh 24,820. Now we are going to deduct this amount from 1,76,000. 53,180. This figure is known as to gross profit carried down, because we found the credit balance, that is credit side is bigger and the expenses side is less. We reduces the expenses from the credit side, that is debit side from credit side, and we have found the balance. This balance is known as gross profit carried down. This account we will find it on the debit side. On the next account we are going to transfer it on the credit side of the profit and loss account. We have already written gross profit brought down 53,180. We had already written gross loss brought down, dash it. We are going to total of this account, 53 plus 1, 54, 54,680, 54,680, 54,680. Now we are going to total of this account. We had found 17,215 total of debit side. You can total it all these items and you will find the same figure. Now we are going to reduce the 17,215 from 54,680. 37,465. You will find this figure after deducting this figure. This figure is known as to net profit carried down. In many books it is written as to partners capital account. You are going to write it to net profit carried down. This net profit is going to be distributed in the partners, that is Shilpa and Katarina. Now they had the ratio in sum, that is equally, because the ratio is not written in anywhere in the sum. So equally means half half, that is 1:1. 1:1 means equally. So 37,465 should be divided equally. Whenever you divide this figure by 2, you will get this answer, 18,732 and 18,733. This figure is not divisible by 2, so we are given 1 rupees more to Katrina and 1 rupees less to Shilpa. In this account this is debited. In next account we are going to write on the credit side, that is by net profit brought down, that is 18,732, 18,733. Now we are going to total of these two accounts. $45 plus 18, 40 plus 10, 50, 8, 5, 13, 63,732. again the same 63,733, 63,732, 63,733, and we are going to less the drawings which is they had taken 2,000 less, so 61,733 at here 3,000, so 60,733, here we got 32. This is known as to balance carried down, that is the balancing figure of this account. Now we are going to post this figure on the next account, yet here we found it on debit. On next account we are going to post it credit. We don't have credit, but liabilities are always credit, so we are going to write it over here 61,732, 60,733, 60 plus 60 1 lakh 20, 1 lakh 21, 7 so 1 lakh 22,000 465. Now we are going to tally this account, that is the last answer 1 lakh 22. We had found 1 lakh 89,265. You can find it by the total 1,89,265. Finally we finish this sum.